Guys, I want to talk a little bit about the glory of the Lord, the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Shekinah glory, the Kabod glory. I want to speak a little bit about how to activate the presence in your life, how to get into the presence. It's really simple. It's very easy. It's not an issue of pressing in or striving or trying to draw something down from heaven. The kingdom of heaven is within you, so it's an inward work. The parable of the talents, it speaks about, how he gave, if he gave you got one person one talent, he gave the other one a few and blah, blah, blah. And when he came back, he wanted to see what they did with what he gave them, that seed that was planted inside. That is that talent, the pearl of great price. Inside of you is a rich treasury of glory. So when you are a born again Christian and you receive a deposit of the Holy Spirit, and then to go even further, you're baptized in the Holy Spirit, which is submerged, totally immersed in the power of God, filled. Then it's up to you to cultivate that, to work on that inward man, that spirit man. You're strengthening that inner man through your relationship with the Holy Spirit, through your worship life. And it's an inward work. So the more you cultivate that presence, the more you're in that secret place, like David, talking to God, worshiping God. Worship however you want. It doesn't have to be jumping up, clapping, and shouting. It can be, taking a walk and just talking with God. Whatever makes you happy and whatever gives you pleasure and you give your attention to, that's worship. So when you set your mind on the presence of God, and that is what you run to for your comfort, that will be your worship. So you're worshiping God on a daily basis when you're just setting your mind upon Him. The glory of the Lord, it covers the earth. Habakkuk 2:14 says the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory. It doesn't say it will be filled with the glory. The glory is already here. It says the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory. So as we continue on and we get closer to the perfect, you will have more of a consciousness of the glory of God, the presence of God. The world will be awakened to the presence of God. So it's an inward work. It's setting your eyes on the Holy Spirit and just saying, look, I'm going to focus on you above anything else. I'm going to spend my time with you. And you can watch football games, you can do things with the wife and kids, you can do all of those things, but it's all about just keeping that consciousness on the Holy Spirit in those times. Always shifting your mind. If it's been a little bit, and you forgot about God and your mind has drifted, you just kind of put it back on the Holy Spirit. Say, okay, Holy Spirit, I forgot about you for a minute. What's going on? I love you. Just like a regular person. Holy Spirit wants to be spoken to like a regular person. Of course, not like some punk off the street. It's God you're speaking to, so you're going to speak in a respectful manner, but He wants you to be a friend and to be, He wants you to be laid back and be able to come to that throne of grace with boldness, approach that throne with boldness. That's what Jesus purchased for us to have a relationship with the Holy Spirit and not have to be timid and scared and always under a works performance-based mentality. That veil was torn, and you are in the Holy of Holies. You're in the center of heaven. You are in the presence of God because of what Jesus did, not because of what you have accomplished. Acts 2:8 says we are saved by grace, and that is it. It's not works. It's that you believed in the good works that Jesus did, and that's what gave you a place in heaven. So to get back to what I was saying, like the presence of God, it's a real simple thing. Basically, just conversating with the Holy Spirit, getting into a deep, intimate relationship as a friend, talking with Him throughout the day, taking time where you just shut the door, get away from everybody for a minute and spend 15, 20 minutes silencing yourself, meditating. Silence is a deep well of revelation. If you shut your mind down and just close every thought from your mind and listen, you'll hear the voice of God. You'll meditate. You'll release that glory from inside out. It's an outward, it's an inward thing, and it's coming out of you. And that's what will heal the sick. That's what casts out demons. That's what will knock your finances in alignment. it'll take a hold of your entire life if you get into the glory of God. So kind of rambling on a little bit, but I'm just trying to give a few of you guys who have been asking me questions about this a little easy, simple description on how to get in the presence of God. And it's basically conversation. It's getting in the conversation and getting into conversation with the Holy Spirit, and just shifting your consciousness to the presence of God. It surrounds you, it's everywhere, and all you have to do is just think about the Holy Spirit, be conscious of the Holy Spirit. There's a few little things you can do to activate the presence. You can lay hands on your own self, close your eyes and just release that glory out of your hand into your chest and your heart. Your spirit is right here where someone knocks the breath out of you. Ruach is breath in Hebrew. It's the breath of life. And also breathing in the Ruach HaKodesh, breathing in the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, I praise you, I worship you, lifting your hands up in a very relaxing manner, and just kind of meditating and soaking in the presence. Those are all little activation tools, but first and foremost, it's conversation with the Holy Spirit, getting into deep, intimate friendship, and just being a friend with God and running to Him with your problems, and not somebody on the telephone or your pastor or whatever it is. Going to the Holy Spirit with every issue, not messaging someone on Facebook and asking them a question. Going to the Holy Spirit and say, Holy Spirit, I want to learn from you. I want to know this from you. Direct, fresh manna from heaven. Fresh bread daily from the Holy Spirit. You don't want to ride off of another man's revelation. You want your own connection with the Father. The cross is up and down, side to side. You can either get it from men or you can get it from the Father. And it's probably a good idea to get your information from God personally. So God bless you guys. Glory. Hope it helps. Any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to help you guys. Be blessed.